you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is On the Block with Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer, Jay Foreman. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This is On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Eric Strickland, what did you just see?
My boy.
What did you just see?
Can I just listen?
Unpack it. What did you just see?
I said
what did you just
before
see?
all of that just happened, it is truly March Madness starting on the Class B quarterfinal games. Yes, Norris and Pius X. Listen, it goes down to what I said before the shot even happened. I said, you've got multiple opportunities to close the game out. I said, if you don't finish it at the line, you put yourself in a position to be a March Madness, I don't think you remember Vines.
Yeah,
remember, do it for the Vine. Yeah. You will become a Vine or a me. Something's going to happen. And I grabbed Nick when that shot went off and ran. I didn't even get to, just an exciting day, great day outside. It was a great day in Pinnacle Bank Arena. Listen, Pius had it. They fought, they scrapped, they put themselves in position. They didn't seal the deal, and they became a March Madness thrill.
Mr. Blitzkrieg on YouTube says, that was wild. God must not have been happy with Pius. Someone on the team must have ate meat last Friday. Brutal. Strick, that was back and forth. Norris had the lead. Pius came crawling back. It was back and forth. Pius had a couple chances, like you said, the free throw line to put it away.
Shot from the logo.
From the logo. That would have been our second 8-1 upset of the day. The first one, of course, came in Class C2, where number 8 seeded Fremont Bergen took down top seeded Freeman, handed the Falcons their second loss of the year, 51-49. What a way to get things going, though, in Class B, a 3-point win for Norris.
You're going to be sick
over Pius.
You're sick. You're sick if you're Pius, because you did everything that you were supposed to do. You did something that Norris was doing to you, and that was offensive rebound. Norris would have been very disappointed if they came out of there with an L, because they didn't they didn't rebound on the free throw line, and they just didn't play with the same type of execution and energy that Pius brought to them, and you end up pulling it out. That's when you now have to believe that it is meant for you, it's special for you, and you don't take anything from granted going forward.
Absolutely not. So congrats to Norris. Unfortunate end of the season for Pius. 5 turnovers, no buckets in the last minute 30 for North Star against Lincoln Southeast. The magical run through March continues for now for Lincoln Southeast. Strick, I do want to turn our attention to some college basketball here. News of the day, not just because I'm repping them. Couple injuries for the Duke Blue Devils. They trailed by as much as 12 or 13 against Georgia Tech in the first half. Malik Brown re-separated his left shoulder. He'll be done for the year. But the news of the day, a sprained ankle for presumptive number 1 overall pick Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, especially when you're already dealing with injuries, and then to go into a March Madness. At this point, I'm going to be honest. At this point, I'm being mindful of how I play and who I play. Yes, you do. You always love to win the ACC tournament. At this point, I think you've done enough to be a 1, at worst a 2, but I believe you're a 1. I believe you're probably the second team of the 1s, even with a loss, and get that rest. I'm just being honest. Sometimes you don't tank the game, but you might want to let some of those other guys maybe play a little bit more. And if you come up with an L, you want to prepare for when it matters, and that's March Madness time. That's
a week from today is when the tournament will officially tip off. Duke wins at 78-70. Let's go through some other scores of note right here. Just about the U8 timeout, Wisconsin's up 56-42 on Northwestern. Stricky, this was fascinating because of what happened last night with Northwestern. They win, they advance, and then Chris Collins goes off on not just Big Ten refs, but Big Ten in general. Northwestern's lost a lot of close games. So there were some comments about the refs in there. But here's the other part that Chris Collins said. He said their hotel was 85 degrees last night. And if it was any other team in the Big Ten, he thinks Chris Collins says any other team in the Big Ten would have been moved. Northwestern didn't get moved from their hotel in Indianapolis. Do you think there's any credence to his words? Do you think this is a coach that's in the heat of the moment just saying things? Or do you think the Big Ten is looking out for some bigger teams more than others?
Yeah, I'm not mad at him. I think he's fighting for his squad. I think he's fighting for his team. It's no different than what the old Fitzgerald would have done for his football team in the same type of fight if he felt that he wasn't getting the type of looks that, any other regular Big Ten school would get. I think it's very unfortunate, that didn't happen, even if you have to move out a little bit of ways. I mean, I think I've been there when it's been very uncomfortable, Austin, when you just don't feel good about your sleep and your rest and it's disturbed and you can't get enough fans in there. There's something there that can really hinder and make the game tough for you. So hopefully they've got it rectified for this upcoming game.
I have only had to move hotel rooms once in my life. It was on our baby moon that wifey and I took down in Stillwater, Oklahoma, of all places. She was not comfortable. She was not sleeping well. And I run hot, just naturally a little bit. I think we came into the room, it was a little warm. We got the air going. It was warmer when we got back than it was after running the air for an hour and a half at dinner time. And we were very close to sticking it out. But she said, nope, I'm pregnant. I can't do this. We need a new room. Last available room. So I get it. It's hard to make these switches sometimes, but just makes you raise your eyebrow a little bit here and there. Elsewhere in college basketball, it's Marquette leading Xavier 74-73. Carolina is in front of Wake Forest 49-48. Tim Miles and San Jose State beat Wyoming yesterday. They trail New Mexico by 15 points early on in the second half.
Mexico's a good team.
They are really solid. The Mountain West got 6 bids last year. Didn't make much of it. But Strick, as much as we talk about, high majors, we love March for Cinderellas. You can't just say, well, they didn't get it last year, so this year has to be their year. The Mountain West has a lot to prove, but there's 4, 5, 6 quality programs at any given year in that conference. That is a loaded conference.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think you're going to see a lot more craziness because we've seen an uptick of it as of late. Mm-hmm. Not as much maybe in the girls' game, but definitely in the guys' game, you've definitely seen an uptick of uncertainty of who's going to be able to move forward. And I'm looking forward to getting my bracket together. 937 the ticket bracket. Let's go.
Maybe an on the block bracket.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll have to see. I do want to throw this out there, though, Strick. Last thing before we get going. We started the segment talking about late game execution. We'll end the segment talking about late game execution. Yesterday, Arkansas beats South Carolina despite John Calipari telling one of his players to intentionally miss a free throw up by 3 points. The math ain't mathin'. Well, lack of late game coaching from Cal again. Janelle Davis, one of the heroes of Florida Atlantic's run to the Final Four a couple years ago, gets the ball in a tie game with 13 seconds left. Shoots it with 8 seconds left in a tie game. That's a little early, but it works out for Arkansas. They draw a foul on the rebound. Arkansas goes to the line, a career 58% free throw shooter, misses them both. With 8 seconds on the clock, Ole Miss, Sean Padula dribbles down, eyeball sandwich 3 for the win.
Wow. It worked out for you. And see, that's another situation too, right? Where probably one of your better rebounders in there just happens to be one of your worst free throw shooters. Mm-hmm. And so he goes and does what he does, and that's get the rebound. And then all of a sudden he's at the free throw line with that pressure and it ends up costing you. So it works out. The bad execution ends up working out to your favor. Sometimes it works that way, or it works the other way like it did against Pius X today. Just didn't finish your free throws. You had 7 opportunities at it. You only made 2.
Woof. Old Dad 34 says the call at the end was awesome. Great job, fellas. And Bill and Bennett says Marv Alberts and Dickie V have nothing on Nick and Strick. If that ain't true. Good to see you again, partner. It's been a while.
Yeah, man.
You sticking around for a while?
I'm going to hang around and watch a little bit, and then I'll go back down and do the evening games as well.
Sounds great. You'll hear more from me, Strick, in a little bit. But for now, we'll send you back out to Pinnacle Bank Arena. More Class B action straight ahead here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That